Yep, you're live.
Yay, baby bones!
Yay! Also, hi, I'm in the background.
Yeah. Lenny's in the background.
Lenny's in the
Great work.
background.
Great job being in the background.
Bye.
Yo, what's up, nerds? Yo, what's up, nerds?
Let me turn this
What's
up.
Nerds?
Yeah,
What's up,
Lenny-
nerds?
Lenny's the background wife.
Background.
Aww.
Never mind.
So, like
Yeah.
we're all
I was gonna
on the
say something,
cell
but
and
it's too
Lenny's just-
early in
Lenny's
this
just
video.
paint- So we're all like on the cell
What?
when it's just painted, right?
Huh?
I'm the painted background that's not gonna move.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Right. Now I get it. I thought you were making a joke about Cell because we're playing Dragon Ball.
No. That'd be smart. I've sworn off smartness for now.
Okay. Hey, Biff.
Hey, yeah.
Which number is 4?
The one that makes you die in Japan.
Also, this look. I remembered this time. Look above my video.
Look! It's Post Boy!
Postboy is here.
Do you know the context for Post Boy, Cass?
I feel like I've seen it before, but I don't really know.
It's my favorite
so
thing in
basically,
Dragon Ball.
So basically, there's a filler episode of the Dragon Ball anime where basically Goku's wife bullies him into going for
Also,
a driving test.
One
right?
second, I just want to
Okay.
mention they haven't included most of the filler stuff in this game, but they included that.
Yes!
They included that filler episode.
They include because it
Awesome.
lets them have a current mini game.
So is this game a retelling of the anime?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's a retelling,
retelling
of
of
the
the
story.
story.
It's like a composite version.
Okay.
But yeah, so basically, Piccolo gets dragged along as well, and him and Goku wear casual clothes, and this is what Piccolo wears to his driving test.
He's the postboy.
Awesome. He's so fucking chill. He's got the drip.
Show her Vegeta's shirt. I also was.
Oh my.
They didn't include the postboy shirt in the game though. I was so mad. They included Vegeta's shirt though.
What the fuck?
Postboy to me always feels like it feels like a statement about gender to me.
Yeah.
Piccolo is postboy.
He's beyond boy.
I love Vegeta's shirt because it's so just on the nose.
Oh my god. Okay, so basically the context
Oops,
for
I
this,
sat on my
right?
controller.
The context for this is that Vegeta lives with has come to Earth. Basically, not even of his own free will. He got wished there with the Dragon Balls, right?
Mhm.
And then he ends up living with Bulma, who's basically the heir to like a big tech company or whatever. That's not important, right? But
Wait,
basically,
Also, they
Vegeta's
glossed
shirt.
over how
Yeah.
Vegeta.
I'm giving the context for the shirt first,
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
which is these are the only clothes she had in his size.
This game is really great, by the way.
The drip. Holy shit.
I haven't.
The fucking drip.
I don't think I've talked about the. I don't think I've talked about this game to you at all, Cass.
Drip.
But like, I
Yeah.
love this game. This game is like immediately like one of my favorites ever.
No way, really.
Yeah, the game. It's really fun to play. I really like the gameplay in it.
What is it? Like an RPG or?
It's an
What is
action
it?
RPG.
Oh, sweet.
I don't even know what genre, like how I would
Wait.
describe it exactly, because I've never
Wait,
played
Sha-
a game with combat in it quite
Wait,
like this.
is Shan going to bed? If so, sleep well, Shan. If you're going to bed,
Yeah, I think they went to bed when I stopped playing Pokemon. I don't know if they realized I was going to be playing this afterwards.
oh.
I think I saw somebody complaining about the resource gathering mechanics in this game.
You can kind of just ignore them mostly. Like I kind of just do them like as like collectibles come by, I just collect them and I don't really think about it too much, and I haven't had any problems, so I don't think I would complain about it.
What if you jump that high?
It's pretty great. Last time,
Okay.
okay, so last time
Kirby
half the stream,
Town?
Look, it's just like Kirby's house. Last time half the stream Bis was asleep. And what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I couldn't stop the stream because it wouldn't let me out. Like, it was just cutscenes and cutscenes and cutscenes and then fights, and you can't save during fights. So I had to wait until it spit me back out in the overworld, and this is where it did.
Okay, can I mention something, by the way?
Uh-huh.
Fun factoid, one scene from the anime, which people love to meme about, right? Is you see how Goku is just ambiently a Super Saiyan now?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's actually a word for that. It's called something like Super Saiyan Mastered or whatever. It's like he's so attuned to it that it takes no effort to stay in the form, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what he's working on at the moment.
Yeah. There's like he's working on it now.
Yeah.
Should I say? Okay, I'll just mention
he and Gohan are like working on maintaining this form.
Yeah.
Like handling the emotional aspect of it.
Yeah. But basically there's a scene in the anime where Goku and Gohan sleep as Super Saiyans in a field to test it out. just to practice being in the form. And Krillin's there and he's like, whoa. They're relaxing and everything, but he's in this altered state. I bet if I threw this rock at him, it would just blow it up with his mind without even trying. So he throws a rock and it hits Goku in the forehead and he just wakes up and goes, ow! Wow, why'd you do that? It's so funny.
It's so fucking cool. What if I did that to you?
I would ask you why the fuck you did that.
Because you're so powerful. I thought you would wake up and destroy it.
Also, Cass, I have a request for you.
Yeah.
Can you reblog my announcement of this stream and let people know
Yeah.
you're here? Yay! Thank you.
I will say though, here's my little asterisk for me being on this stream. I think I figured out semi-recently that I don't really like streaming that much.
So you mentioned that, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of enjoy it. Every so often. And it's fun to hang out. But I'll probably just randomly leave at some point because
okay.
I'm sure I'll get sick of it halfway through. Yeah. Let me go find that post.
Elena, could you put Cass in the thumbnail for this, but give her motion blur and she's partially off screen? She's already leaving.
Captured in the process of peeping out.
And you have to have me faded in the background.
I'm reminded again.
Wait, no. Okay, no. Not only does Lynn have to be faded in the background, Lynn's entire face has to take up the entire thumbnail. It's uncomfortably close up, but then at 1% opacity.
Also, the graphics and animation in this game are incredible. I'm used to playing games from Nintendo where the graphics are just kind of half-baked. So it's been kind of wild to see a game where they clearly had enough time to put a lot of art and effort into the graphics and animation and everything. Instead of it almost just being an afterthought, or they just had to force it onto the Switch in the state it was, that kind of thing. This is all carefully considered and clearly had a lot of work put into it. I like to see developers be given the right amount of time to make their stuff,
Yeah.
Oh god. Also, I was going to mention this for the people watching the VODs. So, in the last episode, apparently Cell went up 2 forms while I was asleep. Apparently, from what I've heard, I might be wrong, right? So, we've already established Androids 19 and 20. Akira Toriyama's editors didn't like those. was like, "What's up with the fat guy and the old man?"
Mhm.
He didn't like androids 18 and 17. He was like, "Why is
Also,
it just
here you can see
some
what the
kids?
combat looks like,
Why
by
is
the
it
way.
teenagers?"
What?
You can see what the combat looks like, by the way.
Oh yeah, it looks like absolutely bonk wild.
Yeah, it feels just like, you know, you're playing Dragon Ball.
I never saw Dragon Ball, but me and Lynn played this one small indie game called Rebop Blasters that was
Easy.
like,
Bop blasters.
yeah, it was like a Dragon Ball inspired fighting game with like a procedural soundtrack. It was
Also,
like,
did you see that effect when I did the Spirit Bomb? It, like, actually rippled across the water.
oh,
It
that's
was amazing.
neat.
That's cool.
But it had like it had like a procedural
Watch this, I'm gonna
jazz
do it again.
soundtrack.
Oh, jazz.
Every
Yeah.
time you
Look
use
at
a
that.
move, like you send a like you use like a
Awesome.
little what are they called? The fucking chi blasts, whatever they are.
Yeah,
It like every time you use a key blast, it like plays a note or whatnot. Like
Yeah, it was cool.
The attention to
that's
detail in this
wild.
game is amazing.
Quickly finish what I was saying, super quick. So we've already been through two sets of villains because the editor complained. I think Cell was a result of that. I think the idea of Cell transforming at all might have been another editor complaint, and I think and don't quote me on this, I might be wrong, but I think originally Cell wasn't intended to reach his final form. It's just Akira Toriyama being progressively bullied to make new villains because the editor didn't like the last one.
You had to make Vegeta into just the most unlikable asshole in order to facilitate that as well, because Vegeta was gonna beat him. It's like, actually, I want to see how strong you will get. And everybody's like, Vegeta, what the fuck? Like, no, like this guy, we gotta stop him now. And he's like, don't you want to see how strong he'll get, though? And it's like, no, I don't. Vegeta, please.
What's wrong with you, vagina?
It's like, god damn it, I was so mad at Vegeta.
Vegeta just got Hugh Brussy out. That's just, I think like Ego Raptor once did like an animation that was like a parody of like anime tropes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this character, and his deal was that he was like the second strongest behind
Oh
the
my
main
god.
character.
Wait.
Go.
So the mission that I had to do for Chi-Chi required getting these like ingredients. And then I picked a
Yeah.
random side quest that was available, and guess what the rewards were? The exact ingredients I needed for the main quest.
Video
It's
games are a
incredible.
series of
Someone
keys and locks.
explain this tiny island with one house on
This is
it.
Kami House. Did you see what this house looks like, by the way? Look at how that's
What?
written on there.
What?
It's Kami House.
It's where Master Roshi the Turtle Hermit lives.
oh, the fucking pervert.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's
Wait,
also
did you
what
see
he
his
is.
icon is just like an adult magazine?
Awesome.
Incredible. Why does he live here?
Because he's like
He's a
out-
hermit, I guess.
It's a nice place. He's got like a TV. He gets signal out
What?
here.
What does he eat?
Well, he probably fit down. That's a good question. He has a turtle he lives with. The turtle probably gives him a ride to shore.
Also, Gohan looks like a little shit now, by the way.
What?
Look at him.
He's a little guy?
Look at this outfit that he's wearing. Piccolo's outfit, but small. Also, it's incredible because Gohan was just like, Piccolo, I'd like an outfit like yours, and Piccolo's like, oh sure, and then just pulls this out, like just immediately. He didn't have to make one.
He
just
was
had
waiting
it.
for the day.
He just had a small Piccolo outfit available on hand
I
to give to
I
Gohan.
outfit. outfit.
Yeah, a small Piccolo outfit. Did you know German did that again recently? He did the small
Oh my
enemy
God.
spider. But he didn't start
Aw.
beatboxing.
What? What? Why?
it was a
What is
shame.
wrong with him? Oh my god.
Also,
Wait, we're probably overlooking the fact that like having clothes is no big deal for Piccolo. He has the clothing beam. Don't you remember?
the clothing beam.
What?
Yeah, he has the clothing beam. This is an actual. I can send you a clip of all the times Piccolo uses the clothing beam in the series.
Great. This should be
It's in the chat.
Don't put this on stream. There's content that's not allowed. It has nudity in it.
Oh.
I can put anything
Wait,
I
in
want on my
Dragon
stream.
Ball?
Oh yeah, yeah, that tracks.
Is it like one of those Japanese things? Like, I feel like there's some Japanese media where it's like they don't like nudity. Like, it doesn't seem like they consider nudity like a big deal, and then there's like other Japanese media that is. Is this like one of those things?
What's this tiny
I
witch again?
think so. I think
Or
it's
is
like
Dragon Ball like an adult thing? And I never knew that.
no. Dragon Ball Dragon Ball was aimed at like kids and early teens, but it's just the standards for when it was written. The standards were like wild. Like nowadays they have to they have had to remove blood from the recent versions of the series and stuff because their target
fucking
audience.
way.
Yeah.
This witch grandma is awesome. Who is
Yeah.
this?
That's Baba?
That's
I think his name
Baba?
was...
fun fact. Fortune teller Baba is Master Roshi's sister.
She's so fucking
She's
cool.
so small.
Yeah.
She's so fucking cool.
I haven't seen much of the episodes she's in, but I know
Also,
that
hold on one sec. I need to restart Discord because I think it's bumbling the stream.
Oh.
So y'all are getting kicked out for a second.
Okay. Rest in peace.
Thank you. You.
Ruffian like that surely has a price on their head.
See ya.
Defeat the rampaging enemy.
All right. So this strong guy's over there, huh?
Alright. It sure will. Well, we've had nobody in the chat for this entire stream. We've had plenty of viewers, though. Why is everybody so quiet tonight? He's gonna immediately spirit bomb them. Oh, they are like a higher level than me. Yeah. Only one health bar though. We got these little eggs again. Oh, it's Easter today. I forgot. There's some Easter eggs for ya.
It's my turn now.
I haven't really done anything for Easter in years. We used to still, you know, fill our eggs, but I haven't even done that in a few years. I don't know why I just stood there and let him do that to me. And I sure did. He's a force gorilla. I'm back!
Oh,
That's
or
fine.
she just gets a Zenkai boost.
We're fighting
I hope
Frieza
for
Force
that,
gorillas.
too.
Also, I remembered it's Easter today, and so I was pointing out that we're fighting some Easter eggs here.
Hooray!
I was talking about I haven't done anything for Easter in years.
Aww.
Not that I ever did much for Easter
Easter.
in the first place. Like, maybe we'd go visit my grandma or something. But otherwise, it was just we would color eggs like the night before Easter.
I ate a Lindt chocolate banana.
Wow.
Me and Lynn are searching for the Easter Bunny this Easter.
Oh, did you find them?
We did, yeah.
Did you find the Easter Beaster?
Don't
Yeah,
say
we found that
Beaster,
too.
it's
It
too
was
close to
awesome.
Bester.
We actually,
What does that
we
mean?
actually like.
It's too close to Bester.
I don't know what that is.
Accursed.
Oh.
We barely escaped within like an inch of our lives. The Easter Beaster is not to be fucked with.
God, I remember when Fortnite added the Quinto Un, and me and Callie were just calling it the Piss Cloud.
Wow, that pause menu is really pretty.
I
It
see.
is quite cool.
It's got Goku in there.
And then for some
Did you
rea-
ever see how plain the cover art for this game is? It's so
It's
funny.
good! Elena thinks the cover art for this game sucks, and I think it's great.
I didn't say
think
it
Elena's-
sucks, I just think it's really funny how plain it is.
The
It's
user
just,
is bad at
it's this
first.
key art of Goku with a drop
Mid.
shadow.
I feel like it would look better without the drop shadow. It's kind of mid.
On orange. On plain orange.
Let me look up what the Japanese cover art was.
Also,
'cause
I
that's
love the back of the box because you know how they have little blurbs about the game? One of them is just enjoy a lot
is
of
it-
activities.
It was the exact same in Japanese.
I feel like I would like that box art a lot more. If it didn't look like stock art with a drop shadow, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I feel like the concept is cool. Like it's conceptually cool, but it just looks like
It's just
shit.
Goku in there.
I think I'll agree with that. Good concept, bad execution.
Yay!
I just like how it's just like, you want Goku? It's a Goku game.
Here he is.
And then you spend half the game not even playing as Goku.
I
Probably
would
more than
love
half
it
the
if-
game not even playing as him.
I would love it if after Kakarot there was just a little arrow
You got
pointing
here-
to him. Like, this is the Kakarot.
You got here at the time when I actually am playing as Goku.
Yeah, a shocking amount of this game has been Dragon Ball Z Gohan. Really.
Is Gohan the little guy?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Goku's
Gohan's
son.
Goku's first son. He
By
enters
the
the
way-
story when he's 4 years old, by the way, and he does a little bit of fighting as a 4-year-old, just a little.
I like when you're flying around and there's that like aura effect around you that kind of opens up into a trail type thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Well, I guess
is so cool.
stream delay means that
That's
me
what happens
saying
when you're
yeah
dodging.
that meant nothing. But is that what dodging is?
Yeah. That's me dodging.
I feel like I've seen you do it like outside of battle context.
Oh yeah, that's just... There it's just flying.
That's just the run button.
Yeah.
God, at some point you should, like, do a quick skim through of, like, the stuff so far. Or we should get you some clips to watch or something. I don't know.
For me, like
Yeah.
to like get up to speed.
Be
Yeah, I
fun to
know,
show
just
ya.
like... Just so you can appreciate the magical adventure we've been on.
This is a really great
Like
game.
clips from the show or from the stream.
I don't know, both. And something.
Biz has been showing me some clips from the show to fill in some gaps that this game doesn't include.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball retold by Elena.
Yeah, this game is really, really good, by the way. I have nothing but praise for this game.
Yay, boat!
It's a fucking boat.
I
think-
Gohan, what are you doing?
I think
He's in the
Dragon
water.
Ball.
Look at him. He's in there.
Dragon Ball's game catalog used to be like an incredibly large amount of redundant and competing fighting games.
Yeah.
But
They're
like,
still making those, by the way. I had somebody in my
I
chat
know.
last time who was talking about there's another one coming out.
well, okay, so I'm hoping it's like because they had Dragon Ball Fighters Z, right, which was by Arc System Works, and that was like the dedicated fighting game. I hope that this next Tenkaichi they're doing is just replacing that. And we're not gonna get like 10 more fucking fighting games by Dimps or whatever.
Dimps?
Yeah, Dimps made a load of Dragon Ball fighting games. And they're not bad, it's just like we only need one Dragon Ball fighting game. Because you've got Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which is the weird that's like the one that's just like I think it's like an online thing. And it's kind of a self-insert time travel story where you right the wrongs of villains that mess with history, which is the worst premise ever. I hate it.
Did you know that this is reminding me, I just want to mention, did you know that the current Dragon Ball is called Dragon Ball Super Superhero?
That's the movie.
Dragon Ball Super Superhero.
That's the one that's the... Well, there's a lot of things in it. Maybe we should watch a Dragon Ball movie together at some point. I like Battle of Gods. I think Battle of Gods is the best thing to come out of Dragon Ball Super.
I watched one of the movies in Dragon Ball Z Abridged, and the only thing I remember from it anymore is just this guy going, "Please don't break my arm," and then his arm gets broken. I quote that sometimes.
That one game where like you play as like the like non-powerful characters and
Yeah.
like avoid the. Did that ever come out?
Yes,
It
it
came
did,
out
but it didn't work on my
and-
Steam Deck, so we didn't really play it
Oh.
very much. Yeah, it wasn't compatible with
That's
the anti-cheat. And
That's sad.
you want to know what really sucks about that? Is that with that anti-cheat, there's literally the devs can just go in and flip a switch, and then it will work on the Steam Deck.
Oh no!
And they didn't, do that.
that.
No, instead they just updated
Oh,
the game
no.
and made it say incompatible with the Steam Deck.
What?
Yeah, there's a little note that says this game is not compatible with the Steam Deck.
This is so sad.
It's so stupid, I
Alexa,
don't
you
know.
what?
I don't know why they did it that way. Just to piss me
Completely
off.
inexplicable.
Because the game ran perfectly fine on there. It's just you get into a battle and it kicks you out because the anti-cheat doesn't work.
No.
Yeah. So eventually, when I get a new computer, we can play that game.
Hooray! I'd love to be involved in that because I remember when that was announced and we were
Yeah,
talking
that
about
game
when
that game is cool. I want to
Yeah.
play it properly.
I will say we probably should get on that soon, because apparently it hasn't been very successful.
Oh, like, are you expecting servers to go offline?
And maybe not like soon, but like, I don't know, it's a possibility.
Right.
Damn. It always sucks that they can do that for games that you have to pay money for.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I paid money for a useless piece of software at that
I
point.
still can't get over the fact that like so many people, like when they took the quote unquote public beta of Multiverses offline, a lot of people were like, wait, that was a beta? You had like a full shop and buying season passes and microtransactions and DLC.
Oh, we were just
What do you
testing
mean those
those.
fucking what do you mean you were testing the fucking DLC? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
That was like...
People are saying that we may never see Multiverses ever again after this too, because apparently it also wasn't performing that well. So
I
it's
mean,
like,
they did
say
say
it's
it's
only
long
beta,
term.
but it's like who knows if we'll see it again now.
They did, like, officially say that it was relaunching, like, next year, so... I guess we'll
I mean,
see.
who knows? Yeah. I still want to know what's going on with Plants vs Zombies 3. That game's development has been wacko. They keep releasing it in like these public betas, right? But only in the Philippines and Australia. For some reason.
I feel like I remember when Animal Crossing Pocket Camp was coming out, it like launched first in Australia with like a public beta. It was like a similar thing. Why do they use Australia for that?
I don't know. You think Australians are very discerning?
Australians aren't real. Australian opinions don't matter.
Pretty tough.
Or they matter more, rather. Like, those are the only opinions that matter to them. Like, Australian opinions are indicative of, like, the world's opinions.
Well, no, because the reason they do that is so that, like, most of the world doesn't get a word of mouth opinion. It's like nobody listens to Australians.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Australians be like, mate, game's bloody shit. And everybody, Americans are too
Like,
busy
huh?
living.
I couldn't understand that.
Americans be like, I can't hear you down under, boy. I got KFC in my ears.
This
I
reminds
feel
me,
like
I was gonna say last night, we were at McDonald's, and the person in front of us was in like this like white pickup truck, and was literally screaming his order. It was like, give me a coffee! It was like, okay. And then he like pulled up really fast and was like tailgating the person next in line. It was like bizarre. And I was just thinking to myself, like, boy, to Bis, this would be like the most stereotypical like American person ever, I bet. Like, this is what they think Americans are.
If I was there, I would just be sat next to you looking at you smugly. Because I know that you would know that what I was thinking. I'd be nodding at you like,
Also, this neighborhood is so weird. There have been people just setting off fireworks, just for no reason. Like there's no holiday anywhere close to now where fireworks would be a thing. And it's the big ones that like go up into the sky and are loud. Sasha said she was outside the other day and saw one. It was like, huh? And also, those fireworks in general are illegal here. You cannot use fireworks in residential areas. So there's many layers of like what the hell is going on happening.
Can you use fireworks at Kirby's house?
Maybe. Anyway, what was back to the previous conversation?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say about multiverses. I feel like we probably will see it again because I got the impression that they were like putting all their eggs in that one basket, and like they obviously had a lot of interest that just kind of dropped off. So I feel like what they're trying to do is have like, they're trying to have like a second press cycle. You know what I mean? How like when a game first comes out, that's when everyone's talking about it, and they're trying to have that a second time. You know what I mean?
I see. Have you heard the telling of have you heard tell of the rumor that there's apparently a Disney platform fighter being worked on?
Yeah, I have heard of that. I don't know how like legit the rumors are.
Yeah,
but like,
me neither. I've just heard about that.
It's just so weird how it's so weird how they're all just like, okay, platform fighters can only be crossovers now. We couldn't be any of a genre. Because it feels like the
whatchamacallit, the Something of Ether was not a crossover thing. Rivals of Ether. It had a couple crossover characters, but that wasn't the point.
Well, it's an indie game, so it doesn't. I'm talking about like big.
And also
companies.
that game, of course, lives off of Steam Workshop support.
Yeah,
people
turned it into a big crossover with
that's
mods.
That's what I was about to say.
Also, that game was made with Game Maker, so that's kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
people, because I've seen people who make characters for that game work in Game Maker.
How do they do it?
I don't know.
How do they make game that good in Game Maker? How do I be skilled?
Well, they used Game Maker Studio 2, for one thing.
That's cheating. Game Maker Studio 2 is for fucking little cucks. I can't remember what. I don't like Game Maker Studio 2 because they removed all the 3D stuff. But like, I don't know. I'm gonna say something which people might be disappointed in me for saying, right?
Uh-huh.
I've finally just admitted Game Maker's 3D sucks. Like, I put so many. Yeah.
We all knew it.
I moved. Like the problem is I can't get
That's
like
why I
so
wanted
many.
to get you to. That's why I wanted to learn the Godot engine with you, because
Well,
that has
well,
proper 3D and also parity with Game Maker.
I only learned Game Maker via a miracle, so it's like I don't know if I feel like I don't know if I can learn anything else. It's just not gonna happen.
Aw.
I mean, I feel like I also tend to underestimate my capacity to learn, and then like if I like put in the effort to get over the initial hump, then I learn pretty easy. So I feel like I could learn Godot, but I also don't want to, because I've moved engines a million goddamn times in my life. I'm
I
sick of
see.
it. I'm tired of posting about Among Us.
You know what's really interesting about
Sasha has
initial
Game Maker Studio too.
What's really interesting about Initial Hump is that it sounds like a racing game about camels.
Wow.
Great. This should be everything.
It reminded me of this video called like Initial Squiddy or something, and it's like
Initial Squiddy.
yeah, like they put Squidward in the racing anime, and it's the cool of all time.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that. It's rad.
All right.
I want to make a racing game at some point. I want to make a million fudging things.
Wait, this is Android
Oh.
8. That's why he's called Aider. He's Android 8.
Yeah.
Here's my hot take about racing games. This isn't actually a hot take at all, but I was watching a video about Double Dash recently, and they reminded me of a mechanic I completely forgot about, where like the back player can punch to the left
Yeah,
or the right,
yeah.
and that moves the cart. And that's so fucking cool. I love that. Like, I love that there's like a movement option that fills its own niche, but it isn't like entirely necessary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's perfect.
It could also be used to like hit other people as well.
Yeah, that's
And,
so cool.
and also Peach and Daisy's was a booty bump. I remember that.
Bis, why would you remember that? I can't think of like any reason.
Sound of pulling gun out.
Sound of Bis using one move in Smash Bros.
Also, I was gonna say, speaking of racing, you know something I learned recently that I hadn't realized before?
Yeah.
I learned that, Formula 1 cars are, like, absurdly expensive.
Oh yeah.
You know, usually you'd think of an expensive car as being, like, a couple $100,000 maybe, right? Like, the price of, like, a house is, like, what you think of as, like, an expensive car, right? I was watching a video, there's this racing channel, they recently reached 1 million subscribers, so as like a celebration, they picked a random subscriber to get to drive an actual F1 car. And they mentioned, and before that, they had him drive F4 cars, which are, like, they're slower, they're less expensive, etc., so it was less of a liability to have a random person drive one of those, right? And they had him practice that first to make sure he was good enough to, drive the F4 car, and he spun out in the F4 car, which concerned them a bit. Like, he didn't crash, like, he corrected it, but they were worried. And they said it's because if he crashed the F1 car, that would be crashing a $10 million car.
Oh my god.
I was like, $10 million for this car? Excuse me?
It's all. Well, the problem is it's just nearly every single part is probably bespoke.
Yeah, I was
it's
gonna
full
say,
of carbon
'cause
fiber, which costs a fortune.
The car it's like an out of commission one. It was from 2012. And apparently a lot of the cost is because maintaining it is really difficult. Like, it costs a lot of money to keep the car in working order.
Damn.
And also, this car won a big Grand Prix as well, so that makes it more valuable because it's like a one-of-a-kind, like special, like it's a special thing that it won the big race.
Mhm.
So that also inflates the price, and so by the end of it, you have this $10 million race car. And I was just kind of flabbergasted by that.
This reminds me of one time, like back when I used to skate, and I kind of want to get back into it, but like I fell and I hurt myself, and like now I'm scared too. But
Huh.
anyway, back when I used to skate, I remember like I ran into another skater, and like we just started chatting for a while, and he just pulled out his phone and showed me this video of like somebody in like a racing car, like a race car, like driving this really dangerous looking mountain course and like making these bonkers ass turns and being like, "Isn't that sick?" And I was like,
see.
"Yeah, that is sick."
There's a race that I think is really cool. A race course. It's called Pikes Peak. And it's like it goes up a mountain. And it's like full of, you know, hairpin turns and all that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And the fun part about that is that anybody can enter it. It's like a time trial type of race, you know, so it's just whoever has the best lap. They don't all race at the same time. And so anybody can build their own car for Pikes Peak and compete in the race. So you have a bunch of like homemade, like scrappy looking cars that are built for this track.
Their contraption.
Yeah, and then you have like big like car companies make like special cars just for it and everything, and so there's just everything in between. There's just somebody built this car in their garage all the way up to like this was like specifically engineered to drive this cars.
That's so fun.
Uh-huh.
It reminds me of that one video of like those dudes driving a contraption on the street.
But it's really interesting because it's such, you go like the elevation change is so drastic that by the top of it you're getting like way less oxygen. So both they have to have apparatus to get the driver enough oxygen to stay alert enough to drive the whole course, and also they have to build the cars specially so that they can still keep going at their maximum power with less oxygen getting into the engine.
That's incredible.
And also they want like maximum downforce as well, so you get these cars with just like these absurd spoilers on the back with just like massive wings and stuff. It's incredible.
That's so cool.
I want them to make a video game out of that concept. Doesn't that sound amazing? Like you like build a car to drive on this mountain course.
Yeah.
And compete for like the best time with like a car
I'm
you
so
built.
excited about building terrible bullshit vehicles in Tears of the Kingdom, honestly.
I'm excited for the car building in Lego 2K Drive.
Oh yeah,
You can just build your own cars.
Send us a review of that where you can literally just put Lego pieces together like you're building an actual Lego car.
Well, it wasn't a review because it's not out yet, but
Oh.
I showed you it though, yeah. What are we supposed to
That
be doing
seems
here?
really cool. I might be interested in trying that. Do you know if like do you know like to what level, like if you build your own car, do you know to what extent it's actually like physically the thing that you built? Like
I think it is that. I think it is that because everything in it is just made out of Lego pieces.
That's so sick.
So and yeah, it's just got a full designer. You just build it out of the pieces. So. A lot of
That's
cars
so
in the game that are like in it by default are like actual Lego sets.
There was a chicken car, right?
Chicken car!
Yay, chicken car!
There was a car I saw in the game that's one that I have, which is pretty cool.
No way.
I have that one.
Wait, is the chicken car in a real Lego set?
I don't think so, unfortunately. Maybe they will make it a real Lego set because it was in the game though. That would be cool. I'm really glad that Lego games are branching out so much again now. I watched a video about like all the old Lego games, like before Lego Star Wars, and they were all so varied. And they were all, you know, just about being Lego instead of being about licensed properties. So I'm really glad that we're getting Lego games that are just Lego again. And also that they're
I
not all
feel
the same game every damn time. I feel like that Lego Star Wars remaster thing was like the perfect way to go out with that style of Lego
Right.
game. Like that's we're perfect now. We don't need more of those.
I feel like it kind of like makes sense why they stuck with that so long, because like obviously being based on an established IP is a big boon, but also like because it's made of Legos, it's like it's easier to like animate and model and stuff like that. So like they like I feel like most games based on big IPs like that kind of feel compromising in a way, you know what I mean?
That's one of the reasons why
'cause,
this
like-
game that we're playing right now is so impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Because it feels like they can't really like retell the full story like in a way that feels satisfying. But I feel like because it's like easier to model and animate because they make it out of Legos, it's like they can do the full thing, and it's like a satisfying full-featured retelling. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on that.
Also, you know about Lego Ideas, right?
Hey, you know that there's like one of them that's like a healer, right? That keeps healing the one you're
No.
attacking. There's a prompt on screen saying "Red Ribbon Healer Bot healed an ally." And it just keeps coming up, and you keep attacking
I didn't know
the one
that.
that's not the healer, and it's a fight that is lasting literally until eternity.
I didn't know. I'm busy talking about Legos.
I mean, that's your problem.
What? But yeah, you know about Lego Ideas, right?
You know about Lego
That's
ideas.
more people like submit sets for approval, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a Lego idea.
Mm-hmm.
How about some fucking trains? Enough said.
There's a
What,
lot
do
of
they
trains
not
on
make
Lego
all-
Ideas, but people don't vote for them. People vote for,
Do they
you
not
know...
make a lot of Lego trains anymore? I feel like I remember that being a
No,
big thing.
the most
when I
recent
was
Lego
little.
train they did was Harry Potter.
Ah!
There was just like a massive $500 set too for the
No!
Harry Potter train.
What? Damn, that sucks.
But I was gonna say,
remember,
most of the things that get
when I
votes
was-
on Lego Ideas are like licensed stuff.
Not shocking.
There's plenty of other things that get through as well, but like the easiest stuff to get through is licensed things.
Right.
Did you know the most
I
recent
remember,
licensed thing that got to review status was a Shrek set?
This should be every.
People really wanted that Shrek set. They got that through in like they got 10,000 votes for the Shrek set in like a week.
I
was
think
incredible.
I saw that, and I saw the Shrek minifigure, and I was and I was like, that's trash, try again.
Well, it was just like because you're not allowed to use any like custom parts or anything. You have to use parts that
Right.
already exist. So they could probably
But
make a
then,
better
like,
Shrek
A
minifigure.
lot of the time when they like actually produce the set, they end up making a few custom parts, right?
Yeah.
I see.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so you know about Lego Ideas. I found out that they have another one now. It's the
They have
Bricklink Creator Program, where it's the exact same concept, but it's just on a different website.
Hey, you wanna know what?
What?
I got a Bricklink submission for you.
Uh-huh.
Vote for some of the fucking trains on Bricklink.
There are trains on there. The only
Yeah, I know. I
think-
looked at them.
I think the difference is that you're not allowed to put licensed stuff on that one. Because I was looking through the submissions, there was no licensed things anywhere.
Huh.
So that's interesting. Also, they're trying out something different with that. They're not going to have physical instructions for any of those sets. It's all going to be digital-only instructions.
Do they still have I remember when I was little I had this computer program where you could like design a Lego
Like a
set
digital
and
designer?
then like yeah, and then you could buy it and they'd send it to you.
Yeah, that still
Yeah, that's-
exists. I don't know if you can buy the set anymore. You might be able to.
Oh.
I don't know what its functionality is nowadays because I never hear anybody talk about it. So I don't know what it's like
I
nowadays.
guess like cuz Bricklink is a thing, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it wouldn't be too hard, right, for like the designing process to just like be transformed into like a Bricklink order, you know,
Yeah.
where like
Also, I was really
it just
surprised
like
to find out that Lego owns Bricklink.
yeah,
So
I'm
that's how they're
always
able to
surprised
do
by
a
that.
Lego
I'm like,
Ideas
oh,
thing
yeah.
through Bricklink now.
Right.
This should be
They've owned it since 2019, apparently. So I was surprised. Also, you want to know what one of my least favorite things about Lego nowadays is? I think I was talking about it in our group chat the other day. It's that they don't have very many in-house themes anymore.
Yeah, I remember you talking
Yeah,
about that.
basically it's just Ninjago and Monkey Kid.
Better now.
I remember like me and my siblings watched the Ninjago TV show. When it like on Cartoon Network, and then like it ended, right? Like it came to a definitive conclusion, and then they announced the Chima show, like you know, like they were clearly passing the torch. And then nobody watched the Chima show, and they just brought Ninjago
Chima
back.
had some sets that went hard though. I've seen them now. Yeah, nobody paid attention to them when they were current, but I've seen people go back and look and be like, "Wait a minute, these are really cool." Like they had like a whole set that they had like a whole theme where the villains were like these zombie animals, and they were like really hardcore for Lego. I was surprised how hard they went with them.
Really cool. I feel like the character design on Chima, like I took one look at it as a kid, and I was like, this does nothing for me at all. I have no desire. Like, I think when I was little, I thought ninjas were really cool. I think probably because they had ninjas in Club Penguin, and I loved being
That's
ninja
funny
in Club
because
Penguin.
when they added the ninjas to Club Penguin is when I stopped playing.
Damn. But yeah, like, and I just remember, like, I saw Chima and I was like, this is not of interest to me. Like, why would I want to be, like, why would I want to be a Lego furry? Cause, like, here's what I'm about to explain. Lego minifigures are cute and cool, but the Lego Chima characters are, like, they just have, like, I feel like their head molds are like...
Did you know you can take those heads off, and then there's a regular minifigure head underneath with the same face printed on it?
What?
Because the eyes peek through, like the eyes on the headpiece.
Why?
But then you can take the headpiece off, and it's just the same face, but on a regular minifigure head. I don't know. That's just how they did it.
But, like, I guess, like, I just feel like they're, the head molds are, like, really complex compared to the body, and it just doesn't, like, gel together, you know?
Something interesting I was gonna say is, so, like, Bionicle was, like, their most successful theme ever, right? And, like, it saved the entire company from, like, going under, right? They were having, like, really big financial problems in the early 2000s, or late 90s, early 2000s. They released Bionicle in 2001. And that just saved them, right? And Bionicle was extremely successful for like an entire decade, right? It was going until like 2011. And then there was some concern that they would like never have anything like that again, because like Bionicle started like failing or whatever. Well, it didn't start failing, they just moved on from it, and they started doing Hero Factory, which just didn't do as well. And then eventually they tried to bring Bionicle back, but they like really dumbed it down and just kind of nobody liked it. Like nobody really was fond of the changes they made to their action figure building system, which doesn't exist anymore, by the way. They don't build figures like that anymore. They like built up this whole like it was called CCBS. I forget what that stands for, but it was like this whole like ball joint system for like building figures, and they had like a bunch of different things. They had Star Wars figures like that and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like I've seen
they had Chima figures
Star
like
Wars
that.
figures like that, and they looked like shit because they were like a human design translating to like.
And all of this just went terribly.
Right.
All of this went
I feel like
terribly,
I'm
and
not
they just kind of killed all of this.
I feel like I'm not shocked because, like, a lot of the IPs that they do sets of are like
They had like stuff.
have like mostly human designs that like don't translate to that style very well.
They're doing figures again, but they're brick built now, and they use like the ratchet
Oh, are
joints.
they the like the ones with the big heads?
Yeah.
That are like pop figures.
Oh no, not those ones. I mean, like they're doing like action figure things again now, with like Marvel characters and stuff like that. Yeah.
Let me look it up.
I've seen those at the store.
What would I look up to find that?
I don't
Lego
know.
action.
You could look up like
figures.
Lego Iron Man. That's what I know they did.
Well, I feel like that's cheating because like he could be a Bionicle and it would be fine.
That is true. I think there was a Spider-Man one I saw. But yeah, Ninjago's basically the replacement for Lego.
He could also do that because he's covered in a whole suit. Like you don't have to see the seams in his skin or anything.
Ninjago.
I'm looking at it right now, and yeah, it looks fine.
Ninjago has managed to exist just forever now. Like that's their replacement for Bionicle because it has an ongoing story. You know, it's got lore and stuff. And that's the thing. So like. It used to be, years ago, whenever they wanted to make, like, a LEGO theme based on some sort of topic, you know, like underwater exploration, or just, like, aliens, or whatever you can think of, right? They would make their own, like, theme for that, right? But nowadays, they don't do that. They already have, they're like, okay, what's our best, what's the closest actual licensed thing to this thing we want to make? And then they just put it in that, right? Like, instead of making some kind of, like, jungle exploration thing or something, they'll just make a Indiana Jones set, you know, for instance. They don't make their own dinosaur sets anymore. They just make them part of Jurassic Park, you know? They don't, or, like, and they do that with their existing themes, too, right? Like, if they want to do, like, underwater exploration, they'll just put it in the city theme, or they'll just make a Ninjago series about going underwater, or, like, you know... Things like that.
Right.
And so it all feels a little bit more limited nowadays, you know? They
You know
have
what?
all sorts of different things with different stories and stuff.
All right. Happy
You know what was sick?
What?
Lego Power Miners. That was cool.
Yeah, I always wanted those ones.
I had one or two of the sets when I was little.
That's my husband for you.
I like the funny little rock monster dudes.
Yeah, I always wanted those sets. I never got them.
So hold your horses.
I did get Mars Mission sets, though. Those ones were cool. Those were same time period. Mars Mission had weird little aliens that you, like... They were, like, doing weird, like, experiments on. Like, they were, like, collecting the aliens and putting them into pods and stuff. It was kind of weird.
What? I'm gonna look it up. Lego Mars Mission.
Are you still there, Biz?
Set your expectations high, boys.
Uh-oh.
Bis?
Bis is deafened.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna say, where go?
I looked up,
Man,
You'll have to
oh, this is a Monkey Kid thing, isn't it? I looked up Mars Mission, and I found this set that is not Mars Mission. I guess it's Monkey Kid, and there's like a little rabbit dude, and I was like, what?
Oh, yeah,
They got rabbit dudes in Mars Mission? That's awesome.
Monkey Kid sets are really cool. I've been looking at those.
why don't we just
Monkey Kid is based on Journey to the West. It's like it's supposed to be like a sequel to it, like taking place in the modern day.
No way.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
And they have a cartoon, and they got the voice of Goku to play the
No
Monkey
way.
Kid. Yeah, an old Goku voice actor. Because you know Goku is also based on Journey to the West, so same character. So it's pretty great.
is
But oh shoot, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I remember when I was on Twitter, I followed somebody who like really liked Monkey Kid. And so they would post a lot of like screen caps and gifs and stuff from the show, right? And the art style went hard.
Yeah, I seen a little bit of it. It looks cool. Because they didn't quite draw they're minifigures still, but they're like really stylized.
Mhm.
And I saw somebody say like it's led a lot of people to have to have to come to terms with their feelings towards Lego women or something like that.
What?
Yeah, it's like
What are
giving
you
people
talking
feelings
about?
towards Lego women.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
By the way, here's my hot take that's probably not a hot take at all. I hate when they do the Lego minifigure torsos with the like printed on like waist
Oh
like
yeah.
It'll be just a
shading, like to make it look like there's nothing there. Like you're fooling nobody. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're
Every
not
time-
making it look like a different shape. I'm looking at this thing and it's still a little
And
fucking.
they draw like boobs on her too. Like they draw the
It's
little
so fucking cool.
the little boob lines.
It's so fucking
Oh, they're
cool.
talking through my controller.
Can you put your dad on the line?
What?
Oh, you want dad?
What was that?
The characters are talking through my controller.
What am I hearing?
Something the matter?
The characters are talking through my controller. I'm
What?
playing it up so people on the stream can hear.
Maybe. You see, we're at my place fixing up the android that Krillin brought back. He needs a replacement chip in his head, but we don't have the materials to make it. I did some research, and it looks like the metals we need can only be found in your neck of the woods. I was hoping your dad would be able to help out in that department.
Oh, is that all? I'd be happy to.
Really? Oh, that'd be great. Thanks. Okay, I'll rattle off the stuff we need. Ready?
Got it.
Oh, you're a lifesaver, Gohan.
There you go.
Bad way to spend an afternoon. All right.
That's so cool.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, every time the torso thing, like the women torso thing on Lego gets brought up, I just think of Jang Bricks. I always
Yeah.
complained about that, but for the worst reason, because he was always like, this limits children's creativity because now they can't put like a male face onto this body. And it's like, dude,
So fucking
like, do you know?
cool.
Do you even know what kids do? Like they'll like just like stack multiple heads on top of each other. They don't care. You know? It's like kids aren't gonna give a rip. That's not really
Kids
the reason I
draw
have
the
a problem
line
with
at
this.
deviant gender expression.
Yeah, that's always when it comes to trans stuff in general, it's always so funny when that type of argument comes up. It's like, oh, the kids are gonna be confused, and it's like, no, they're not. Kids don't give a shit about any of this stuff. It's like it's your fault that kids would be confused.
Kids are confused
fight.
is always just like a thinly veiled, like, kids will think they can do that in my house.
Yeah.
And they're confused
Right.
about my rules.
That's like the thing with kids is like if you explain something to a kid, like they don't know like how things work yet, you know?
Yeah.
So like if they learn something, they'll be like, "Oh, I guess that's just how it is," you
Uh-huh.
know? Like
Yeah.
so
'Cause you
the
can
only
tell them, like,
problem
bullshit,
you
you know?
have is that they're learning about something you don't want them to learn, you
There's a lot of
know?
stories
Yeah.
people have of their parents telling them like bullshit that they then spent a long time believing. Just to like try and get them to not do something one time or something. But then they just remember it forever. And then eventually
Yeah.
realize, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. Anyway, I was gonna say, I was thinking about Jang Bricks recently because one of his videos was in my recommendations all of a sudden, and it was just like, it had this weird title. Like, I was almost curious to click on it. I haven't watched his videos in
Wasn't it,
years because I
like-
got tired of him.
I think I got recommended the very same video.
Yeah, it was
recently.
like,
Let
it
me
was like
go look
taking back
for it.
my channel and finding joy in
Yeah.
Lego, and then it was like in all caps a tough talk, and I was like, huh? What does that mean?
I didn't click on it, did
That's such an
you?
energy. What?
I didn't end up clicking on it, did you?
No, I didn't click on it either.
Ah,
Because I still
damn.
didn't feel like
One of us-
watching him.
One of us has gotta know, though. One of us have the experience. I'm like going on.
Somebody's gotta
his
know what his
channel
tough
right now,
talk
and I
is.
can't find the video.
It's like, I get the impression he's like tired of doing reviews or something, and he wants to just focus on his Lego City or something. He's like, oh man, this is so tough. And it's like, is it? I've seen how much money you have. I see how many Lego sets you can afford.
I remember he did like he did a video about like a Lego Ideas set that was based on, I think it was Queer Eye.
Oh yeah, you've told me about this one before.
Yeah, and the entire video he kept making a point to reiterate that he bought the set because he was interested in the parts. Like he kept reiterating that he'd never seen the show. That he was
Oh my
just
God.
interested in
Speaking of the
parts.
Queer Eye
It's
set,
so
you want to know
funny.
something? You want to know something incredible I saw with that recently?
Yeah.
So they made this set. There was a Lego Idea set that went through. It's like a log cabin, right? It's like a triangle-shaped log cabin. It's like some interesting architecture and everything. And people were upset that they changed the set to make it more like a vacation home, as opposed to it was originally sort of like supposed to be like a homestead type of thing, like people like living out in the wilderness. Like it almost had like a post-apocalyptic type of vibe to it, and like hunting and like that kind of thing. And there was they were talking with the Lego designers who worked on the final set, and they talked about that they thought that was like kind of like too like they didn't really want that in their Lego set, you know, like this reference to like real life hunting type of thing, you know. And oh boy, people were mad to hear that.
So
It's like,
wait, what? Wait,
like you can't. What do you mean
can
you
you
can't
go
show
over that again? I
hunting?
think I got confused somewhere in there.
People were mad that they redesigned the set to make it less about like living out in the wilderness and like hunting your own food and that kind of thing. Because
The set of what?
It was a log cabin. It's like an A-frame
Wait,
log
but
cabin.
like what? But like what set?
It was a Lego Ideas thing.
Which one?
It's a log cabin. That's it.
Wait, you mean just like a generic log cabin?
Yeah, well, the
Oh,
only
I
thing
thought you were
interesting about
talking
it is
about
it's
like
like
an
triangle
IP
shape.
or something.
No. There's no IP attached to that.
Okay, so you're saying that like there was a Lego Ideas log cabin, and when it was produced, they turned it into like something else.
Yeah, they turned it into more of like a vacation home, as opposed to
What?
like
That's
people
so
like people
weird.
going on like a like a camping trip, as opposed to people like living in the woods.
Right. That's super weird.
But people were pissed off because they said that they didn't want to depict like hunting.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Was that like part of the set in some way?
yeah. In the
Huh.
original idea for it, that is. And somebody was like, so they won't depict like just this normal thing that happens, you know, people like hunt animals and stuff, but they'll make a Queer Eye set. It's like,
Oh,
that's okay
no.
for the kids.
Oh no!
It's like, this is too not family, so for hunting is not family friendly, but Queer Eye is. That was their argument, so. It was kind of incredible.
Absolutely
It's so
incredible.
funny what like random innocuous things manage to make conservatives upset.
I am always interested in like the things that Lego decides they're not gonna make, like the way they don't make military vehicles. Like I think that's genuinely a good thing, because like kids like are obviously really impressionable, right? And
They
like
didn't
if you
want to
teach
make-
them that the military is cool and fun,
Yeah.
then like that's what they'll think, that is cool and fun, you know?
Yeah, Mega Bloks has no such scruples though. They make military sets all the time.
Awesome. Stay classy.
And they make their main license that they have is the Halo series.
Hey,
So-
how long have we been doing Dragon Ball, by the way? Quick question.
Looks like almost 2 hours.
Well, I think I need to get going. I gotta go watch a movie with people.
Okay.
Wow, I survived the entire stream. Cool. Bye, babe.
Wait, look!
See you, Matt. What?
Look on the stream!
Oh.
What? Awesome. He's so cool.
Okay, well, Bis, can you hang around just long enough for me to get to a save point?
Okay.
What a situation!
You're trying to convince him to join because they have these magazines, I guess.
Incredible.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah. I was so Sarah Zed, this was my last topic for the stream, I guess. Sarah Zed had a video a while back about, what she called sacrificial trash. Right?
Uh-huh.
Which is where something is bad and conservatives take it as an opportunity to like sneak in their ideology in. Like, oh, it's bad because of like this insert thing, you know? Like, oh, it's bad because it's got gay people. And they try to like...
What video was that?
They just call it sacrificial trash.
Wait, I feel like I just looked up her channel and the red bar is all the way to the end, so I must have watched that video, but I don't remember it.
But yeah, so that way they like dominate the conversation, and then a lot of people who also didn't like it, but for more legit reasons, now feel the need either to switch to defending it or just to not talk about it at all because they don't want to be lumped in with the weird conservatives.
Right. I feel like I have like experienced that a million times. Like I feel like I put it
like,
to words a lot. That again.
The heights, the whatever it was called, the Crunchyroll
Guardian
anime, High Guardian Spice. Yeah, that was her main example. Where it's just legitimately not that great, but conservatives took that as an opportunity to say, oh, it's not great because of, oh, look at these weird queer people, and, you know.
Right.
But anyway, he brought up an example of where they tried to do that, but it failed, because they tried to do that with Into the Spider-Verse. Like, they tried to say that that was woke because,
yeah.
You know, the main character's black, and, you know, that kind of thing. But then that movie did incredibly well, and everybody, like, legitimately just, like, enjoying the movie and everything just completely drowned them out, and they had no platform to stand on anymore with that. And I was thinking about this because the same thing apparently happened with the Mario movie, where conservatives were all getting ready to, they didn't expect people to like it, so they were all like, oh, it's so woke and everything, girl boss Peach. But then everybody loved the movie, and now it's not working anymore.
I've been seeing, like, conservatives saying, like, oh man, Peach is a fucking girl boss. Am I right? It's like so fucking annoying. Like, get a hobby.
I know, right?
It's like,
Yo, Master Roshi, shut up.
I don't even know what to say to that. You know what I mean? Like, I just, like, I'm not even saying that because, like, I don't even know how to explain what I'm trying to say here. But it's just so fucking funny. Like, I think what it comes down to is that they say that the left is really fragile, and then they fall apart at something like that.
Yeah. Apparently, so people don't like the critic response to the movie, right? And they've picked up on that, so they're getting in on, oh, we also don't like the critics' response, and they're saying, but they're spinning it that, oh, the critics don't like the movie because they hate Chris Pratt because he's a Christian. The movie critics hate Christians, so they hate the Mario movie because Chris Pratt is in it.
That's so
And
cool.
it's just... I didn't like Chris Pratt to begin with, and I didn't even know he was a Christian.
Right.
So what does that tell you?
I was watching, reminds me of that channel I was talking about called, like, Walt Disney World Pro or something, where, like, their channel is literally based around Disney World, but they're like constantly dunking on Disney for being woke. Like they're making a video about the Mario movie, and they were constantly being like, "This is how you do it, Disney. This is not woke." Like they were taking the bold stance of saying that the movie isn't woke. Like they were saying that they had some insider information that like Illumination was like focusing the movie too much on Peach, and like Nintendo were the saviors that stepped in and were like, no, this is Mario's movie, don't be so woke.
Absolutely incredible.
It was so fucking funny. And like the way I feel like the easiest way to tell that they're a grifter is every time he says to like subscribe to the channel and click to the bell, he says that in doing so you're sticking it to the algorithm.
Yeah, you told me this. That's great.
I feel like that's classic conservatism 101, you know, like you define an enemy and you say that by
They
clicking
love to
subscribe or giving them money or whatever.
They love to believe they're the ones sticking it to the man.
Exactly. They want to
say
make you believe
yeah,
that
I was
by
talking about.
supporting them, you're sticking it
I
to
saw
the
somebody
man,
say
you know what I mean?
like conservatives love to still think they're raging against the machine without realizing that they are the machine. And they can't rage against the machine because they're the machine.
It was so fucking funny. That guy's channel is awesome.
Anyway, thank you everybody for watching, and thank you Cassie for joining, and thank you Bis too.
Yay! I had fun.
I don't usually say thank you to Bis because Bis is always here, but thank you for joining all the time, Bis.
Yeah,
This stream is very good with you.
Yeah, Bis is the cool of all time.
Bis is the reason I'm even playing this game.
That's true.
Next, apparently, Bis is gonna force me to play Kirby Star Allies on stream, though.
I didn't honestly expect have a good time just because like I don't know. I guess I feel like it's a lot of stress.
I love having people join my stream just because it's fun just having conversations.
Yeah, it was like more fun than I expected.
Yes, watching my stream is kind of like watching a podcast a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll be back on Thursday, and I'll be playing Kirby with Sasha, and I'll be playing more Dragon Ball. And then I might do something on Friday. Might do a bean bonus stream. It might not be a bean bonus stream, it might just be a regular bonus stream where I just play some games that I don't usually have time for, that I want to play.
Isn't Kirby going to your house on Friday?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yay!
And then Sunday will be the same stream again. Pokemon Legends, Dragon Ball. So yeah, this was a good stream. I had a lot of fun.
Me too.
So yeah, I'll let you get going now, Bis, because I know you had something you had to go do.
Okay, see you around.
Bye, love you. Alright, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.